I realized halfway through editing this that this video is all over the place, but I hope that you find some tidbits of information or that God speaks to you in some way in what I'm about to ramble on to you about. Hello my beautiful family. Wow, I am just so glad you're here. Like, thanks for coming, thanks for clicking on this video. Glad we can hang out together on this Sunday. I just need to tell you guys how happy I am today. It is raining like crazy and I'm in my fall mood. Like, we broke out the vest for this. Probably not good considering it's still summer, but we're doing great. We'll just jump right into it and talk about living a purposeful life. I have been thinking about this for a while, kind of just what we do on our free time, just different times that we have during our day that we can use in such a better and more intentional way, if that makes sense. So the book I shared with you guys, I think last week or the week before that, I am still reading it, and I came across a part where it talks about the shoulds in your life. We're like, I should do this because so-and-so's doing this. Laura Cassie posed the question of, what would your life look like if you got rid of the shoulds? Thinking I should do this or I'm not enough. And what would your life look like if you got rid of those shoulds? Instead of living your life perfectly, trying to impress everyone, trying to have this perfect image, but instead live intentionally and be content with where you are right now. I was talking, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I was talking about comparisons the other day and how necessarily comparisons aren't a terrible thing, but you can't lose yourself in comparing yourself to others and trying to be that perfect that everyone wants. I thought of this, and it might be corny and cheesy, but be the perfect you that you can be for you and for no one else. Be perfect in your own way for you and God. Something else that has me thinking this week is really taking leaps of faith and giving control, your control of your life, I know, crazy, giving that control over to God. And it's another one of those things where it's easier said than done. There are so many things in my life that I pray to God about, and I'm like, okay, God, you got control. And then what do I do the next day? I take it right back and I'm controlling it myself. So it's a constant struggle, guys. What comes to mind when you think about surrendering control and taking a leap of faith? Fill in the blank. I actually did this, and I made a list of things I want to give God control of, and then adding the but or your fear factor. So like, if I give God control of my stress and worrying over everything, but if I do, will I get behind on tasks? Will I not mount up to where I want to be? So I think realizing and writing down on paper what you fear most when giving God control of something will help you then work through that and realize what you are having, like why you're having a hard time giving over control, and then praying through that. I found that pretty helpful. And then some verses, of course, that were really great and stood out were Psalm 62:5. Let all that I am wait patiently before God, for my hope is in Him. So finding hope in Him when you are trying to not control every aspect of your life and make everything perfect. Instagram is always the one thing that you can think about when you're trying to be perfect. So everyone wants to share their perfect life on Instagram. And you know, if you're coming from a business side of it, do you want that to be your portfolio or just what people see of you? And it's not necessarily that, like me for instance, I'm not trying to put my perfect self, sorry, I keep like watching the rain, I apologize. I'm not trying to put my perfect self out to you guys and never show you guys any of my flaws or like moments where I'm not happy, but I want that to be a reflection of like positivity and inspiration for you guys. So that's where I'm coming from in like my Instagram. But anyway, wow, I don't even know what I was saying. I got off on a rant. But next verse, Job 11:13. Surrender your heart to God, turn to him in prayer. And I think this should honestly be the verse of the week right here. Surrender your heart to God, turn to him in prayer. So when you feel like you can't surrender things and you're having a hard time with control, come to God with prayer. Quite frankly, therapy sessions for me are like before bed when I'm praying, or anytime during the day, just praying and literally talking to God like he's one of my best friends and just pouring it all out there, because you gotta do that sometimes or things get crazy. I hope this video helped you. I feel like it is just went everywhere, but hopefully there's a little tidbit of information that you found helpful. And as always, if you don't know what's happening and you need like guidance or whatever, the Bible's always a great place to start, and you can find some great things in here. But as always, I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I will see all your beautiful faces on Wednesday. Bye.